What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another underrated sports video. I'm here with Eric. Say what up, Eric.
What up?
And we are going right into the divisional round after a crazy, super wild card weekend.
Yeah, it was crazy.
How much how much did you enjoy that weekend, Eric?
It was really good. It was really good. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun watching the games and seeing how they all played out.
There was nothing surprising, but there was definitely a lot of excitement, a lot of craziness.
Yep.
So let's just hop right into this. We got the divisional round. The big boys are all up. We got big name quarterbacks competing for a title.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into it. Trevor Lawrence himself, the man who came back, brought the Jags. He showed his grit, and he's going to be facing Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's going to need a lot of that grit, man.
Yep. So going into this game last week, the Chiefs had the bye last week, so they're coming off of good rest here. They're going to come into the game. The Jags are coming off of the win against Los Angeles. I want to see what happens in this game because last week Los Angeles dominated the first half, and then Jacksonville came back in the second. And I don't know if it's because LA imploded or whether Jacksonville has that really good turnaround. I don't know if Kansas City is going to allow them to make that comeback or to even get off in that start in the beginning. I think for a pick wise, I'm going to go with Kansas City, but it should be a good game to watch.
I'm going to also pick Kansas City, but I will be rooting for Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. I have nothing against Trevor Lawrence. That dude has just put his head down and worked. I've always caught myself kind of not liking him when he was at Clemson just because he was Clemson's quarterback. But then at the same time, I'm like, this dude does not give anybody any reason to hate him. But
oh no, he's a great player and he's a great person in general.
Yeah.
And I like what you're saying. I have nothing against the Jacksonville squad. I think they're great. I think that they're going to do well, but skill wise.
Yeah, definitely. But looking back at that Jaguars and Chargers game, yes, we could say the Chargers definitely imploded. You blow a lead like that anytime, yes, a team imploded. But we can't take away what the Jaguars were able to do. Maybe that second half will carry into this game against the Chiefs, and that momentum will keep rolling. Hopefully it will, because that's what they're going to need to win.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, we got another good one. The team coming off of a rest is the Eagles facing the Giants. This is another division matchup in the playoffs. This is going to be wild.
Yeah, so this one's going to be a little less predictable because just like any NFC East game, playing in the division is always debatable. I think that Philadelphia has the lead on this one. Contrary to what I said last week, the Giants did put a stop to the Vikings, offense, and I think that shows a lot from them and what the Giants are here to play. I just don't think that they're going to be able to hold off the Philadelphia offense and keep the Philadelphia defense in check. I think that Philadelphia is going to walk away with this one, but it should be a good game to see, and it's in the division, so anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. I like what you're saying there, but I'm going to have to be on opposite ends here. I'm backing the Giants. I think they're going to pull this one out. This Giants team just is well coached. They're going to come out with a lot of grit, fighting for everything. They play hard, smart. It's just a well coached football team. And I think the Eagles are going to come out slow. I think they're going to be a team that comes out rusty, unlike the Chiefs, where I think they're just so good they're going to come out just fine. I think the Eagles might come out a little slow, so I wouldn't be shocked if we see a little rustiness from the Eagles to start this game.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to another big one on Sunday, we got our boy Joe Burrow against Josh Allen and the Bills.
Yeah, this one is going to be a really good game, and it's going to be the one to watch personally for me. I think if I had to pick a team out of this, I'm going to take the Bills. The Bills have just looked really good. The game against Miami was tough to see, but they came out on top. Buffalo's playing good. They're at home. It's Buffalo. It's hard to say no to them. They have a really good offense. The defense is holding its own. and makes the plays. On the other side of the ball, you got Cincinnati, you got Joe Burrow. The Cincinnati defense has done a lot this year. So has the offense. They're both putting up great numbers. But between the two teams, I'm going to go with Buffalo with a home field advantage.
Yeah, I definitely could agree with that as well. These games could go any way. I'm going to have to side against you again, though, because I got Joe Burrow going back to the Super Bowl. I got him winning this game. But like you said, that game was kind of worrisome against the Dolphins there towards the end, but it's playoff football. You get the win. That's all that matters. On to next week. It's taken game by game. And this matchup is going to be the matchup we never saw on Sunday Night Football, I think it was, when Damar Hamlin went down. But thankfully, he's been recovered since then. And they're going to be able to play this game now, so it should be interesting. We really didn't even see much of that game to know what's going to happen here anyway. So it's definitely going to be a good football game. Probably the best one of the weekend, if I had to say.
I agree with you on that one. I think this is going to be the game to watch.
Yep. And then moving on to the final one, the Cowboys did not disappoint yet. They came out strong against the Buccaneers, came out on top, and Brock Purdy made the 49ers look like the most dominant team in the playoffs as of now.
Yeah, so in this match, what I'm really looking at is the performance that the 49ers put up against Seattle last weekend, which is a good performance against a good Seattle team, despite the fact that they were in the wild card spot. I still think they were a good squad and had a lot to play for. I think the 49ers gave it to them. They proved that they're here to play and that they want to win. But on the other flip side of that, you got Dallas, who beat Tampa. Even though they were the favorites, people kind of had their hopes out for Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. But Dallas came in, they made the win, they played hard, and they won. And quite frankly, what I'm looking at this week is, yes, Dallas is going to be home, but 49ers are here to play, and they're here to play hard. I'm going to go with the 49ers this week.
All right. Yep. I think I'm gonna have to go the same. I think this is also gonna be a good game. Brock Purdy, you have to give him a lot of credit. You would not be able to tell this dude is a rookie quarterback. It's just been insane what he's been able to do. He looks so comfortable back there in that system. So you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching and all the players around him, and Brock Purdy himself, obviously. Just that team's doing a wonderful job with what they have. So I'm going to have to go 49ers. So that wraps up all 4 games. And we got to talk about the overall. Who do we think's going to the Super Bowl? I think you had Philadelphia and Kansas City or Buffalo?
I had Philadelphia and Buffalo last week.
Philadelphia and Buffalo? Any changes to that?
I think I'm going to stick with that currently. I think with what's happening, I like the way both of those teams are going to look. I mean, we haven't seen Philadelphia yet. We're going to see them this week against the Giants. It'll be a great way to start off and see them. And I think that Buffalo, even though they had the rough patch against Miami, that was a division game. It happens. But like you said, it's the playoffs. You play, you win, you move on. I think it's going to stick with Buffalo and Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stick with the Bengals for sure in the AFC just because that's who I've been backing. I'm going to stay solid with that. The Bengals, just like they're a team who knows how to fight and make a play when they need it and find a way to get the win. You saw Sam Hubbard took that long 98-yard touchdown. That was pretty nuts. That flipped the script in that game, and the Bengals were able to get the win. Didn't see much of Joe Burrow in the offense towards the end, but the defense stood tall when they needed to. So that is promising for a Super Bowl contender team. So I'm going to have to stick with the Bengals. And moving on to the NFC, I just picked the Giants to beat the Eagles. So I have to pick somebody else.
Yep.
I'm just going to go out here and be crazy, go on a limb. I'm going to say Brock Purdy and the 49ers versus Joe Burrow and the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Quite frankly, I'm not going to lie. I don't think that's outrageous. I think that the 49ers can get to that place, and I think it's worth watching and seeing what happens. But quite frankly, I don't think it's outrageous as you're making it out to be, but it is a good pick.
That'd be my ideal Super Bowl anyways. I think that would be an awesome Super Bowl to watch.
Yeah.
Who did you have winning?
I think I had Buffalo winning.
Buffalo obviously had the Bengals. Can't forget that. So.
Yeah.
Well, That about wraps it up for this video, guys. If you made it this far into the video, please subscribe before you leave. And come check out more of our content if you want to follow along in our predictions and all of our updates we got going on. And that's going to be it from us. See you later.
See ya.